It's a great day in Palm Bay. I'm Mayor Rob Medina, and it is my honor to bring you Palm Bay's annual State of the City address. I value this opportunity to speak to you directly about the events that shaped this past year, the challenges we faced, progress that we've made, and our plans for the future. I believe that delivering this address is one of my most sacred duties as your mayor. Like so many of you, I'm a longtime resident of over 33 years. My wife and I chose Palm Bay as the perfect place to raise our family. I believed in Palm Bay's potential all those years ago, and I still believe in it today. Since taking office last November, I've been busy working to understand the status of our city. I have listened to feedback offered by so many residents, so many local business owners, and community partners. I have engaged with staff to learn about our city initiatives and projects, and I've taken stock of the progress that we've made. My fellow Palm Bayers, I'm pleased to report that the state of our city is resilient. It is fair to say that 2020 unfolded in an unexpected and challenging way. Unprecedented, historic, life-altering. The COVID-19 pandemic has been unlike anything we've experienced in our lifetime. Just a few short weeks after my predecessor delivered last year's State of the City address, COVID-19 arrived on our doorstep and brought with it the reality of a once-in-a-generation global health crisis. As news of the worldwide pandemic evolved over the days, weeks, and months that followed, the dedicated city employees of the City of Palm Bay continued to maintain critical city services. Many staff members transitioned to working remotely from home and shifted from in-person meetings to digital workspaces, and all the while developing and implementing protocols to serve the community while City Hall was closed to the public during the governor's Safer at Home order. In spite of these challenges, daily municipal operations were sustained, projects moved forward, new initiatives were launched, and city council meetings were held virtually. Web-based and remote service options were launched for many city departments to enable safe and socially distant interactions with the public. In preparation for the reopening of the public, the city worked quickly to implement enhanced cleaning protocols and install protective measures at all city facilities. Despite the need for social distance during the pandemic, the city found new ways to connect with the public. To keep residents and businesses informed, the city launched a COVID-19 webpage with news and information, updates on local and state guidelines, and resources to assist the community with the Stay Home, Stay Safe, Stay Connected campaign. When local testing options were scarce, the city partnered with Brevard County Emergency Management to hold a COVID-19 testing site here at Palm Bay City Hall. The site was staffed by City of Palm Bay workers and led by Palm Bay Fire Rescue. In May, Palm Bay's Eastern Florida State College campus was selected for one of Florida's state-run high-capacity testing sites. The site continues to offer free testing 7 days a week, providing the community with reliable and convenient access to COVID-19 tests. The City of Palm Bay implemented numerous waivers and accommodations to assist businesses, residents affected by COVID-19. The city suspended water shutoffs, waived late fees, and offered payment plans to residents struggling financially. The city provided expedited outdoor dining requests for local restaurants, offered remote options for permitting and inspection services, and waived certain permit fees. The city also offered a program to reduce outstanding code liens, waive penalties for delinquent business tax receipts. As COVID-19 continued to cause economic hardships for residents and businesses, the city worked to deliver over $1.1 million in federal aid to our community, including funding for temporary rent, mortgage, utility payment assistance, and funding for public service agencies providing services in response to this pandemic. We also spearheaded efforts to help local businesses through resiliency and planning and the Our Palm Bay initiative, short for Open Up and Recover. The Our Palm Bay initiative provided local business owners with tools and resources to adapt to the changes and demands of COVID-19. During difficult times, small gestures can lift spirits up, and the city of Palm Bay found creative ways to show support and spread cheer during our Safer at Home order. In April, first responders from the Palm Bay Police Department and the Palm Bay Fire Rescue partnered with other area agencies to hold a drive-by parade to honor our frontline healthcare professionals at local hospitals working tirelessly to care for our community. Palm Bay's first responders also participated in countless drive-by birthday celebrations for our local children who couldn't have traditional birthday parties. I share all this information so that you know what your city government has done for our community during this pandemic. Your city government adapted, they overcame and persevered. Your city government worked for you, for your family, and for your business during the foremost public health crisis of our lifetime. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the dedicated men and women at the City of Palm Bay for all that you've done over this past year, often putting the needs of the public before your own in service to this great city. Your efforts are noticed and appreciated, and I thank you. While we have overcome so much in this past year, we know that our challenges are not all behind us. The health of the public and the strength of our economy is my primary focus for 2021. I will continue to support local efforts to put an end to this pandemic. I will fight to make sure that every Palm Bayer will have access to the vaccine. I will work to make sure that we continue supporting local businesses and give them a chance to recover and flourish in a post-COVID world. I ask you to join me in this work. I ask you, my fellow Palm Bayers, to remain strong as we work together to put an end to COVID-19. I ask you to remain steadfast as we repair that which has been damaged by the pandemic and build a stronger foundation for our future. And I ask you, Palm Bay, to remain hopeful that a brighter tomorrow is on the horizon. In early 2021, the Milken Institute ranked Palm Bay #2 on the Best Performing Cities Index. The report emphasized jobs, wages, innovation, and high-tech growth as factors for success. I see this as an indication that we are on the right track, and I believe that we are on the verge of an exciting time for the city of Palm Bay. In recent years, the city has implemented new projects, policies, and initiatives to increase its transparency, accountability, and efficiency. I'm pleased to report that I see an organization operating with integrity and clarity of purpose in service of the Palm Bay community. To be truly effective, an organization must have a strong leadership team. In January, City Council voted to appoint Suzanne Sherman to be Palm Bay's new city manager. I believe that Madam Sherman is poised to lead the City of Palm Bay team to reach greater and new heights. Building a brighter tomorrow requires a strong foundation, and in our case, that means reliability and resilient municipal infrastructure. The city's making significant headway on much needed and long overdue infrastructure improvements that have beset Palm Bay for years. The Palm Bay Utilities Department recently broke ground on the new South Regional Water Reclamation Facility, which is critical to the city's multi-year utilities expansion plan to support current and future development in our great city, Palm Bay. The new water reclamation facility will expand the city's wastewater treatment capacity and provide support to the existing North Regional Treatment Plant. The South Regional Expansion Project represents a commitment to the health and security of our area's most precious natural resource. Yes, you guessed it, the Indian River Lagoon. The new water reclamation facility is part of the city's effort to safeguard our lagoon against wastewater spills. Once online, 300 to 500,000 gallons of wastewater per day will be diverted away from the North Regional Plant and the neighboring Turkey Creek. dramatically reducing the chance that untreated waste makes its way into our waterways. Following a competitive bid process, Palm Bay City Council voted in May 2020 to award the city's 10-year solid waste and recycling contract to Republic Services of Florida. Under the new contract, residential customers now receive twice-weekly trash pickup and flexibility for cart sizes. In 2020, the city completed strategic stormwater projects to improve drainage throughout Palm Bay, including replacing failing pipes, installing new culverts, and clearing canals. These projects were planned to align the future roadway improvements to ensure that our roads are built on stable, long-lasting stormwater infrastructure. In just over a year, the city completed the first phase of the $150 million voter-approved Go Roads paving project, paving over 143 miles of roadway in Palm Bay. The city's maintaining the ambitious Go Roads schedule with work already underway on the over 200 miles for Phase 2. The Go Roads program will have 5 phases total, enabling the city of Palm Bay to build more sustainable roadway infrastructure that will support the future growth of our city. In August 2020, the city opened a long-awaited new section of the St. John's Heritage Parkway. The 1.67-mile stretch of roadways, east to west, connecting Babcock Street to the new diverging Diamond Interchange at Interstate 95. The new Southern Interchange provides Palm Bay residents with much-needed access to the I-95 corridor, reducing travel times and traffic at the Malabar Road Interchange. The northern and southern segments of the St. John's Heritage Parkway serve as the first and second phases of a future beltway around the city of Palm Bay, connecting the city with Ellis Road and West Melbourne and I-95 in the southeast. The new Southern Interchange will also serve as a catalyst for new development in the southern end of our city, including the anticipated Emerald Lakes development, a master planned community offering a variety of housing, retail, and dining options centered around a crystal clear lagoon. The City of Palm Bay is working on an update to the city's comprehensive plan, which will detail the city's goals and objectives for the future development. The update will also focus on the city's current zoning and land use codes to better meet the needs for strategic growth and development, and will provide an opportunity to reevaluate and address our commercial zoning issues that have historically presented roadblocks to favorable development along key corridors in Palm Bay. Led by our Growth Management Department, the month-long update process will involve input from residents, community stakeholders, to ensure that the city's comprehensive plan aligns with the current needs of our community. Business attraction and development has been our topic of focus for the city. With a population exceeding 120,000 residents and over 88 square miles that is only 40% built out, Palm Bay has great potential for commercial growth. In fact, we're seeing commercial, multifamily, and subdivision projects emerge citywide. By working closely with property owners and the development community, the city's leadership team aims to shed Palm Bay's stigma of being a bedroom community by leveraging our potential and rolling out the welcome mat for business. In 2021, City Council will further consider implementing new economic development incentives and inducement programs to encourage commercial development in Palm Bay. All programs will be performance-based with defined eligibility requirements. Such programs will identify opportunities for strategic growth and development in targeted areas of Palm Bay, with a goal of bringing capital investment and quality jobs for our residents. For Palm Bay to grow responsibly, it is critical that the city maintains capable and effective emergency services. In 2020, Palm Bay Fire Rescue expanded their footprint and lowered response times with the opening of Fire Station 5 on Foundation Parkway, which was funded through a combination of general fund dollars, impact fees, and grant funding. Firefighters operating at a Station 5 provide life-saving and fire rescue services to Southeast Palm Bay. Station 5 also serves as the official training grounds for Palm Bay Fire Rescue, which enables the department to conduct more frequent trainings while saving the city facility rental fees. A key factor in maintaining effective municipal emergency services is ensuring that these brave men and women have the right tools for the job. In 2020, Palm Bay Fire Rescue was awarded grant funds to purchase a new water tender and brush truck. In 2020, the Palm Bay Police Department launched a pilot program for body cams. The trial enabled the department to test body cam systems, outfitting officers with chest-mounted cameras to capture interactions with the public, including traffic stops and calls for service. The technology is a valuable tool that enables law enforcement agencies to evaluate officer conduct, capture evidence, and add another layer of transparency and accountability to the policing process. Following a successful pilot program, the City of Palm Bay is working to identify the funding to equip the police department with body cams and anticipates the program rollout in the very near future. In summer 2020, the nation faced questions about criminal justice reforms and the state of policing in America. I'm proud to say that our police chief, Nelson Moya, worked proactively to connect with members of the public, address questions and concerns, and to share his approach to community policing. Chief Moya spoke at town halls and led the staff of the Palm Bay Police Department in community engagement opportunities, including a march along Palm Bay Road with more than 200 participants. Through accountability, through sincerity, and through a willingness to listen and have an open dialogue with members of our community, the Palm Bay Police Department built connections instead of barriers and forged a stronger connection with the people of Palm Bay. I'm proud to say the City of Palm Bay values our law enforcement officials, and we will continue to support our men and women in blue. In 2020, the City of Palm Bay honored its veterans, a community that's near and dear to my heart. Thanks to an initiative that was brought forth by 17-year-old Naval Sea Cadet and Youth Advisory Board member, Chief Petty Officer Joseph Stokes, the City of Palm Bay launched the Military Tribute Banner Program. The program honors the men and women of the United States Armed Forces with patriotic banners displayed proudly at Palm Bay City Hall, Fred Poppe Regional Park, and Veterans Memorial Park. In October, city leaders joined distinguished guests to celebrate the ribbon cutting of the Department of Veteran Affairs community-based outpatient clinic near the corner of Port Malabar Boulevard and Babcock Street. In November, Palm Bay held its first inaugural Veterans Day Parade, led by Grand Marshal and United States Congressman Bill Posey. Participants marched along the Malabar Road corridor to honor veterans and their families. The parade also included an appearance from a special guest, a flyover from a C-130 Hercules at a Dobbins Air Reserve base in Atlanta, Georgia. The City of Palm Bay remains committed to enhancing the quality of life in our community. The city found creative solutions to offer community programs and events during 2020 while complying with health and safety precautions. Despite the challenges presented by the pandemic, Parks and Recreation modified plans and programming to allow our annual summer camps to continue. The department also provided families with options for a safe night out by turning our movies in the park events into a drive-in experience. With the reopening of the newly renovated Palm Bay Aquatic Center, park staff implemented special rules and capacity measures to safely reopen the pool. In August, the city introduced the Turkey Creek Interactive Self-Guided Tour. Visitors are invited to take the 1.25-mile hike along the sanctuary's boardwalk, complete with interactive information and video stations at 40 stops along the way, introducing participants to many of the plants and animals found within the Turkey Creek Sanctuary, helping people connect with the beautiful Florida scrub habitats found right here in Palm Bay. On December 5th, 2020, Palm Bay Parks and Recreation launched the inaugural Palm Bay Lights Fest at Fred Poppe Regional Park, with over 20 light displays along a drive-through path. This free drive-through event served the perfect backdrop for the reimagined Palm Bay Holiday Light Parade. Spectators viewed the parade from the safety of their vehicles as they drove past more than 30 static parade floats. The Holiday Light Parade was a huge success, welcoming over 1,300 vehicles to the event to safely share in a little community holy day spirit. Despite the challenges presented by COVID-19, the Palm Bay Fire Rescue and Palm Bay Police Department found a way to keep two of our most treasured annual holiday traditions alive and spread a little extra cheer to families in need. Shortly before Christmas, Palm Bay Fire Rescue and the Palm Bay Police Department invited over 130 children to participate in the Shop with a Firefighter and Reindeer Run Holy Day shopping sprees, making the season a little brighter for some of our most deserving Palm Bay families. On Christmas Eve, the Palm Bay Police Department shared a look behind the scenes while on a holiday patrol. That evening, our officers responded to a memorable call where they ran into an extra special visitor to the city of Palm Bay. I'm glad to say that in 2020, city staff went an extra mile to bring some holy day magic to the people of Palm Bay. On January 16, 2020, the city of Palm Bay celebrated its 60th anniversary. As part of the anniversary celebration, the city shared 60 reasons to love Palm Bay using the Palm Bay 60 hashtag. Over the course of 2020, we found even more reasons to love Palm Bay as we came together as a community to overcome unexpected challenges with kindness, with compassion, with love, and resiliency. From neighbors helping neighbors to supporting local businesses, I witnessed a community join together to stand strong in the face of adversity and look forward to a brighter tomorrow with hope and grace. Palm Bay has made great progress over these past 60 years. While there is still room for improvement, I believe that there is much to celebrate in our great city of Palm Bay. I'm committed to using my platform as your mayor to build an engaged, enthusiastic, and informed citizenry. I feel a great deal of pride in our city, and I want to share that sentiment with my fellow Palm Bayers. In January, I launched my Palm Bay Proud Challenge Coin initiative to shine a light on all the positive things I see happening in our city. This self-funded program is a way for me to show my gratitude, a way for me to recognize the individuals who are working to make Palm Bay greater than it's even ever been. You see, Palm Bay, I hope to use my time as your mayor to spark a true sense of community pride. I hope to share a vision for a bright future for Palm Bay. I hope to help others feel that same certainty that I felt over 30 years ago when I decided that Palm Bay was the perfect place to raise my family. I want others to experience the sense of community and kinship I feel with the people of our great city. And I want others to feel the same sense of pride when they talk about their hometown. Palm Bayers, I want you to know that our city is resilient and that there's no obstacle that we cannot overcome when we work together. We have the power to shape the future of our city, and I believe that future is bright. I believe that engagement, collaboration, teamwork, and community is our path forward, and it's how we build the Palm Bay of tomorrow. I hope you'll join me in this work, and moreover, I hope you'll join me in feeling Palm Bay proud. Hoorah!